dreamers. The break of dawn for champions. Champion, 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 champion. On 32 FM 94.9.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9. From motivationals
to news
to sports and talk,
we'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
Very good morning to you out there, 32 FM 94.9. This is the Break of Dawn paper review. We're taking a look at the major stories coming out of the papers this morning, as usual. My name is Kenny DUROTILU.
And I am CHIKE. OGBOGU. Top of the morning to you there, listener. With me this morning, I have the Premium Times, Guardian newspaper. I also have Daily Times, Daily Trust, Inside Oyo, and so many other tabloids this morning in front of me.
I have with me the Daily Post, the Punch newspaper, and the Nation newspaper. Let's start off with the Daily Post. 2023, Nigerians want to elect a ghost president, Atiku to Tinubu. That's talking politics there. Fresh crisis rocks Adamawa APC over presidential campaign council list. How Autumn lobbied for IU to merge PDP national chairman. Governor's aide Akase. Elsewhere, PDP demands sack of Adamu led APC's NWC in fresh suit. Atiku will certainly relocate to Dubai. He's comfortable there. Oshiomhole says Atiku will certainly relocate to Dubai. He's comfortable there. Elsewhere, bandits abduct 39 children in Katsina farm. For more details, do grab a copy of the Daily Post newspaper. Again, Adamawa revokes road contracts. Federal government assures devastating flood won't cause food scarcity in Nigeria. Shetima wants to be president using Tinubu's weak health. That's a statement credited to Reno Omokri. 2023, 18 migrants arrested with PVCs in Oyo. NUJ calls for immediate action to end harassment of journalists. And lastly, from the Daily Post newspaper this morning, Tinubu's running mate Shetima is sick. APC candidates spend government money. That's according to the PDP.
All right, let's move on straight to the Guardian newspaper this morning. Some of these headlines from the Guardian newspaper, and it's here. Afenifere, I remain leader, says Adebanjo as Fashion returns. Interesting times. 2023, PDP asks courts to sack all APC candidates. Adamu led National Working Committee. WHO alerts to circulation of 8 tainted baby syrups. Obaseki dismisses CBN's planned Naira redesign as political. More here from the Guardian newspaper, the business side. Nigeria loses $12.6 billion, 120 million barrels of crude in 9 months. Customs Service arrests 11 suspects over 671 million naira seized smuggled goods and cannabis sativa. From the sporting side of the Guardian newspaper, Rivers United trashed Libya's Al Nassr 5-0. Equities rebound as gains lift index by 1.2%. CBN developing fresh regulations to tackle threats to financial systems, says Emefiele. More headlines from the Guardian newspaper this morning. 14 die as bandits, vigilantes clash in Niger State. Tinubu Shetima anti-business owe apology to Atiku, job creators for mocking entrepreneurship. And more here from the Guardian newspaper. Rivers released 78 billion naira for completion of projects, award of new ones. Ohaneze kicks as Meeti Allah demands creation of Ministry of Nomadic Affairs. National Assembly indicted for bad governance as Lawan deploys separatist agitations. Additional Akufo-Addo, others pitch African opportunities to global investors. Federal government orders withdrawal of charges against AK Xenox boss. Others. Federal government moves to salvage 1.6 trillion naira poultry industry. Lastly, 5.1 billion naira contracts. Atiku's Rivers coordinator Sekibo demands apology from Wike.
From the Punch newspaper, EFCC arrests 87 forex dealers in Abuja, Lagos. Fashion says, I am a Afenifere leader. Adebanjo responds, you're joking. Ifeanyi Davido Nani Cook may face charges for negligence. Katina abduction, woman abducted while raising wedding money is another one there from the Punch. DCO probed for allegedly torturing Oshun policewoman for rejecting advances. 4 Nambra men gang rape teenager over father's sin. Publish all unclaimed PVCs. Ojikutu urges INEC. Also, on the Metro Plus pages, you find this one. 2 ex-bank workers stole 41.5 million naira from cooperative. That's according to witness. And on the business side of things, real quick, Power, Senate to grill minister over 147 billion naira projects. And lastly, telcos earn 1.92 trillion naira from calls. Data.
Remember, we're live on Facebook. It's a 32FM 94.9 Ibadan. 32FM 949 Ibadan. I beg your pardon. 32FM 949 Ibadan. On Facebook, you can drop your comments there on Facebook and join this review this morning. Let's look at the Daily Trust this morning, and it says how internal squabble will affect Kano APC in 2023. NEMA donates drugs, consumables to 3 hospitals in Kano. Bank fraud. EFCC moves arrested Kogi Assembly candidate to Lagos. Ethiopia, Tigray ceasefire as Obasanjo facilitates talks. More here. How Taraba warring communities sheathed their swords. Lai laments over 345 million naira budget, begs reps for increase. Lai Mohammed laments over 345 million naira budget, begs reps for increase. And more here, Zamfara PDP chairman is dead. Parents cry out as bandits abduct 39 children from Katsina farm. EFCC probing Mambila project. That's coming from the power minister. And more from the Daily Trust this morning. We have here, health insurance service provider for 2022-2023 policy period. It's something you can read up on the pages of the Daily Trust this morning. Lastly, from the Daily Trust, startup raises $3 million funding to expand operations as federal government's plan to redesign Naira Political. Federal government's plan to redesign Naira Political. That's coming from the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki. More from here. Court annuls APC Nasarawa West senatorial primary as Lagos APC targets 5 million votes for Tinubu. More from here. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria seeks government's patronage, laments multiple taxes. Lastly, Court nullifies PDP Kaduna Central primary, orders rerun.
Let's take a few from the nation. Real quick, I have this one. Varsity workers to federal government pay all withheld salaries. Afenifere drops Adibanjo as acting leader. There's another one there. Rivers OK's 78 billion naira to complete projects. Others 2023 payback time for Tinubu Shetima. And lastly, PDP campaign kicks as Shetima knocks Atiku.
All right, we'll look at this. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, the Break of Dawn newspaper continues. Hopefully, we'll be joined by Professor Olu Ojedokun on this one this morning. Stay tuned, don't go away.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
I always keep it real. I'm all about my grind and my hustle. Every day is an opportunity to win, so every move has to be on point. That's why when I want to chill out, I go for the Wazoo bottles. You see, I can stay refreshed for just 50 naira with 7-Up, Mirinda, or Pepsi 35cl glass. Now I can really level up without breaking the bank. I told you I was a sharp guy now. Enjoy chilled refreshment with the Wazoo bottles, 7-Up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground on level with the Wazoo bottles. All now Wazoo.
Everybody won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal, to history. Unofi do now. Watch the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now. Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. Icho. Almost sign up now at showmax.com.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love. You show love.
Dabbo na the first and ogbonge herbal toothpaste. E get ingredients like lemon, mint, ginger, and basil wey dey make our teeth kakaraka.
Madam Rose, na true you talk o. Dabbo na the cocoa herbal punch wey get plenty natural herbs. Dabbo, the cocoa choice for my family.
Hi, my name is Tenny Makanaki, and did you know the metaverse is made for us to create, to free our imagination, and bring our biggest ideas to life? If you can dream it, you can create it. With Metaspark, your music isn't just for your fans at home. Your augmented reality stage can be anywhere. Dress up your avatar and give it some bling. And your next art piece can also be a one-of-a-kind digital collectible. So what are you waiting for? Come flex first in the metaverse with Meta Technologies. Naija, go to meta.com to discover how.
Ọlọ́run wòlíì Sàmúdù àlọ́ Adámímọ́gò máa rìnrìn agbára bóyá ká lọ gbàre wá. Ìsọjí ọjọ́ mẹ́sàn-án pẹ̀lú dedication Adámímọ́gò Jesus City ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Adámímọ́gò Global Convention ọjọ́ ayọ̀ ti 2022. Àkòrí tí Ọlọ́run fún wòlíì rẹ̀. Prọfẹ̀sà Olúwalọ́ Adámímọ́gò ìtúsílẹ̀ pátápátá. Látọjọ́ Friday 25th November di Sunday 4 December ní o. Iṣẹ́ agbára ọlọ́kọ̀ ìjọ̀kan máa ṣe pẹ̀lú ìpè Ọlọ́run lórí àwọn ìránṣẹ́. Àwọn olórí ẹ̀mí bíi sí aláwìyé àlùkò. Bùkọ́lá Akí Adéṣẹ́wọlé Jésù. Ẹ́sítà Ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé. Ìlàjà Kétódì Ọlọ́run Sọ́bẹ̀. Adéyínká Aláṣeyọrí. Pásítọ̀ S. Ọládélé CAC President Worldwide. Prọfẹ̀sà Olúwalọ́ Adámímọ́gò. Wọ́n máa súre fún gbogbo èèyàn. Àǹfààní one-on-one counseling tó máa wá o. Ní Jesus City ti Adámímọ́gò. Tó wà ní Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kì Ẹ̀pẹ́ Expressway. Ìlàmìjà Village. Beside Alaro City Lega. Ẹ̀rí ọjọ́ ayọ̀. Àjọ máa sọ ni.
Plenty discount on Jumia Black Friday, no go jackpot because of Sakpa.
Beat Zakba with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th till the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some change in your pocket. You also don't have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply.
Jumia, your everyday delivered.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, welcome back. It's still Break of Dawn newspaper review on this dial, 32 FM 94.9. I am CHIKE OGBOGU.
I'm Kenny DUROTILU, and we have Professor Olu Ojedokun with us this morning. Good morning, Prof. Hello, Prof. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello, Prof. Good morning, sir. Okay, we might need to reconnect back with Professor Olu Ojedokun again. So let's look at one or two more headlines this morning. Let's check the Premium Times this morning. And,
that one at the first and Ogbonge herbal toothpaste. You get ingredients like lemon.
We have this from the Premium Times. It says, how accurate are Tinubu's assertions in policy documents? That's something to read from the Premium Times. ASU strike, lecturers, students unmotivated, but traders excited as Nigerian universities reopen. Okay, that's something to read there. A report from the Premium Times. Budget. Nigerian government owing contractors 765 billion naira for roads, bridges. That's coming from Fashola there. More here. Okay, an update from the same story from the EFCC raid on the Kogi Assembly candidate. It's still there on the Premium Times this morning. More from the Premium Times. A special report, Bauchi farmers count losses as floods wash away farmlands. Hello, Prof. Good morning.
Yeah, top of the day to you.
All right. Good morning, Prof. Let's start off with this one from the Daily Post. Bandits abduct 39 children in Katsina farm. Now, we understand the parents of those abducted children are pleading with the federal government to come to their aid right now. What did you make of that story, sir, when you first saw it?
Well, as a familiar story, it's becoming very familiar. We are becoming desensitized. And of course, the bandits are free reign. And, you know, it's appalling that this time it's children. You'd have thought that there was a limit to what they do, you know, that at least if it's adults, you can understand that. But what have children got to do with their conflict? But it shows you that these people are not operating under normal rules, under rules of decency, under rules that you and I would appreciate. But it also demonstrates the impotence of the federal government in terms of security and the fact that the security architecture has collapsed. Absolutely. Are they going to get the children back? I hope so. But this is a rerun of Dapchi. This is a rerun of Shibok. And it keeps on going on and on again. So I think the question we have to ask is, why was it allowed to happen? How did it happen? And what's the government going to do about it?
Now, this is coming after the federal government asked Nigerian citizens to be relaxed and not take the terror alert that the US and the UK issued too seriously. Now, this happening now, I guess, I don't know what that says about that particular statement.
Yes, obviously, it's clear that the terrorism they were referring to was based in Abuja. But any advisory from the federal government that should be calm after experiencing more than 8 years, you understand, of terrorism-related activities, will be foolish to take that advice. I think most people went with the advice of the Americans. Caution was exercised. Right. And I don't think the Americans and the Brits issue such advisories leniently. But as it were, it shows you that insecurity still reigns. It shows you that any warning about insecurity should be taken not with a pinch of salt, but very seriously. But it also shows you that we are still not in control. The federal government is still not in control of the security situation in the country. And the bandits, you call them bandits, but I call them terrorists. The terrorists still have free reign in many respects, even though they've been bombed to smithereens in some places.
All right, Prof, let's look at this story here. It's credited to Reno Mokri. It says Shetima wants to be president using Tinubu's weak health. And then Dele Momodu is saying Tinubu's running mate Shetima is sick. APC candidates spend government money. And then you want to quickly react to this. But before that, the former aide of President Goodluck Jonathan, Reno Mokri, has described the vice presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Kashim Shettima, as a manipulative human being. Mokri says Shettima wants to be president using the party's presidential candidate as a ladder. And it goes on and on and on. However, the headline says Shettima wants to be president using Tinubu's weak health. And it's credited to Reno Mokri. Do you agree with him?
Well, let's be very careful. No medical doctor or no health care specialist has declared Tinubu to be unwell. But we can see from the evidence, we can see from the pictures, we can see from the slurring of his words, the shivering or the shaking of his hands. We can see from many things that all may not be well with him. We can also see from the selective interviews or the selective audiences that he grants that there might be some questions about his health. But let's just make it abundantly clear that no medical practitioner has said he's unwell. Having said that, what is clear is that Shettima is in robust health. Shettima is a man that holds strong opinions. But Shettima is also a bogeyman to many people in the South, particularly. So I can understand why the PDP is afraid of Shettima and why some people will be afraid of him. Because what people are suggesting is that you vote Tinubu and what you get eventually is you get Shettima. But what they've forgotten is that life is in the hands of God. God determines when we will die. God determines our health. So I think they should be very careful. But I think it's also reasonable to expect that the vice president will take over if the president is not fulfilling his functions.
All right, Prof, let's take a look at another one. The House of Representatives yesterday accused ministers and other appointees of President Muhammadu Buhari of undermining the government's efforts to fight corruption in the country. They called out the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, and I believe it's the DG of the Budget Office as well. They're saying that the reduction of the capital project budget of the Auditor General from 2.5 billion to about 6 million naira is an attempt to undermine the capacity of that particular office in fighting corruption. Let's have your take on that and help us, understand this particular situation.
Well, but they've not fought corruption. The evidence is that they've not fought corruption. They are not grappled with corruption. So whether the money is reduced or not, some people will be arguing, yes, it's good. Let the money be reduced. At least we are not throwing good money at the bad. But I think the fundamental issue is not with the Minister of Finance or with the Budget Office. The fundamental issue is with the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. That's where we have a problem. That's where the difficulty lies. And that's why we're in the mess that we are in. Direction comes from the body language of number one. Direction comes from the attitudes of the number one person. And we're not getting that. We don't seem to be getting that. And I think that's why there's a problem. So those people only act to the dictates of the president. So I think it would be unfair to blame specifically the Minister of Finance or to blame the Director of the Office of Budget. Reduction of the amount is simply a function of the fact that Nigeria has no money. We are broke. That's just the truth. That's why all these capital projects have been reduced. We're borrowing, and we're borrowing to finance a deficit. That's the situation we face.
Prof, before we open the phone lines to a dear listener, there's this interesting story here. Two papas, one Afenifere. So who do we listen to as followers? It says here from the Nation newspaper. It says Adebanjo no more acting Afenifere leader. That's coming from Ruben Fashionoti. And from the Vanguard newspaper, Fashionoti Adebanjo fight over Afenifere. Then the Daily Post says, I want him. Adebanjo reacts to Fashionoti's endorsement of Tinubu. And then Adebanjo insists on Obia's Fashionoti backs Tinubu. And it goes on. And it's still the same. Afenifere.
You know what's very interesting is that the men you are talking about are in their 90s. Very interesting that men in their 90s are dictating the pace and are dictating what's going on in Afenifere. It's times like this that we miss Yinka Odomaki, the erstwhile publicity secretary, from that point of view. But I feel that people, the executive of Afenifere, Adebanjo, Shola Ibisheni, should get a grip of what is going on. It's quite clear that Fashiroti has stepped down. And if he stepped down, he should gracefully allow those that are now in office, to take hold of the reins. And whether monetary politics is at play or not, I don't think the Afenifere, whatever side, should allow themselves to be manipulated. If the executive have taken a position, I think the fair thing for the others to do is to toe the line or resign their membership. They've done neither, and therefore they brought the Afenifere into disrepute.
Well, there's this here. Fashorati has said Adebanjo is no longer the acting Afenifere leader.
Yes.
And then
yes.
This calls for concern, Prof.
Well, it's cause for concern, but can someone who has stepped down, can he now say that the person who is substantive is no longer the leader? I thought there was a kind of consensus by which leadership was chosen. So some would say that he has no local standing, if we are to use the strictly legal position. He has no local standing. He has no standing to declare who is president or not. I don't know whether they operate a monarchy or a chieftaincy kind of regime there, but I thought there was some kind of democracy going on there. But Fashiroti has served well. He has served with distinction, but he's in his 90s. They're both in their 90s. And I would want the younger people to now intervene and to stop this unseemly spectacle from pervading our news media.
All right, Prof, we'll go on this break, and when we come back, we'll open the phone lines and we get more from you on some of these headlines that resonates this morning. Stay tuned, don't go away.
The first and Obonge herbal toothpaste. It get ingredients like lemon, mint, ginger, and basil where they make our teeth kakaraka.
Madam Rose, now true you talk, Dabo na the cocoa herbal punch. We get plenty natural herbs. Dabo, the cocoa choice for my family.
Plenty discount. On Jumia Black Friday, no go jackpot because of Sakpa.
Beat Sakpa with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th till the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some change in your pocket. You also don't have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply.
Sakpa one day was swallow, but I get it Jumia. Good quality,
Jumia, your everyday delivered.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love. You show me love.
Oh, this year Basira still bad today. Hey.
Confirm. Biliki, I better bring me 7 up Wazobo today. See, what you go drink?
Oh shit, J Baba. Hey, you be like say you don't hammer this time, oh. Abi, you won't buy my own joy.
No, they why me. You never sabi. Ground on level, pa.
How you mean now?
See, you fit enjoy your cold, refreshing bottle of 7-Up, Mirinda, or Pepsi 35cl for just 50 naira.
Why you know yam me this one since now? I bet Biliki add one chilled Pepsi for there. Enjoy chilled refreshments with the Wazo bottles, 7-Up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground on level with the Wazo bottles. All now Wazo.
Everybody won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal, to history. Unafi do now. Watch a FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now. Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. It's joke. Or more, sign up now at showmax.com.
tí wọ́n bá lo ráyéwá nítorí pé o lówó lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n bá ń tàn ọ́ pọ̀ ráyéwá nítorí dúkìá tó pọ̀ tó ní ọkàn ò tí ì balẹ̀ pọ̀ ráyéwá àlàáfíà lògùn ọrọ̀ ṣáájú ara rẹ o ìlera sílẹ̀ mí gígùn gbogbo àrùn tí ń ṣe ẹ̀dá láyé náà kọ́ láyé fi ń ṣe ni bí dọ̀tí bá pọ̀ lára tí gbogbo ẹ́ńjìnì tásẹ̀dá dá bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó kọsẹ́ má fòyà tó bá ṣe bí ẹni rárá tára rẹ ò ṣe déédéé pinnu lóòkàn àyà ara rẹ o Ventolin cleanser ní kò sẹ́mu agbanugbàde fọgẹ̀dẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ara dànù Ventolin jagunlabi panko pè ọ̀rẹ́ ara tọmọdé tàgbà tọkùnrin tóbìnrin ló lè lò ọ̀sọ́kùnrin sóbìnrin dò pépé Ventolin cleanser atẹ́jẹsẹ maradan bíi kóròsìn Ventolin cleanser kìkìdé gbòógì tí ò lọ́tínú la fi ṣe ó ti wà káàkiri ilé ìtajà ògùn jákèjádò ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà a sì ń wá alágbàtà fún Ventolin cleanser pé nọ́mbà kò demand 08034051533 08034051533 iléeṣẹ́ ẹ̀mí one naturalist care ló ṣe Ventolin cleanser òun láyé tún lò.
Great to have you back with us. 32 FM 94.9, the Break of Dawn paper review. 070550949, 08097,949. Those are the numbers to join the conversation. Let's have your thoughts, your reactions to the stories this morning.
All right, we'll have some messages on Facebook already. Sulaiman Sharif, good morning to you. EFCC's reaction to forex dealers is laughable. This is just a case of leaving the substance and chasing after the shadow. The FCC should stop deceiving themselves and channel their energy to the right direction. Is it not from the Apex Bank and some commercial banks that they sell the forex to bureau de change operators? That's your question there, right? Let's look at Bola Tito Amokwe. Tolu Lokpadiemi, good morning to you. I'll take your message after this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
CHIKE and Kenny, Prof.
Good morning. Kindly speak up.
Everybody.
Kindly speak up so we can hear you.
Okay, I'm Abiodun from LMA.
Abiodun from LMA in Port Harcourt?
Yes, please.
All right. Good to hear your voice.
I just want to appreciate the good work you people are doing. And don't let any political jobber deter you from the right thing. They are really doing well, most especially Prof and Austin. So many of your accusers, we know where they belong to. We follow them on other social media, on other radio stations. But we know what they are doing. But we, the people, we are behind you. And we do the right thing at the poll. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Biodun, all the way from LMA in Port Harcourt. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kenny. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
This is Sheldon from Oyo.
Good morning.
I want to ask, what is the electoral value of food, Baba, Banjo, and Baptist? What is the electoral value of Afenifere? Can they decide for who will that? That's the problem. We should know them. They have been endorsing people, and the people still did not win election. Baba Adebanjo can never support Tinubu because of the crisis between him and Tinubu in Lagos. And the last thing that broke the horns and was the way UTC has this dramatic thing is Baba Bisi Akademi. He will never support Tinubu, but I'm going to ask, what is the electoral value? Have a nice time. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Shegun from Oyo there. Prof, this last caller, Shegun from Oyo, is asking, what's the electoral value of Pa Adebanjo and Pa Ruben Fashion-Roti?
Well, it is limited electoral value, but they dictate to discuss, they shape the narrative. And so for that purpose, they are very important. But of course, if you're talking about electoral value, it's difficult to measure whether they have any significance at all. So you may be right on that, but they are still relevant to a certain extent.
Don't look by DME on Facebook. Good morning to you. The misplaced priority under this current APC-led federal government is on the high side because using EFCC to raid bureau de change won't still change anything in reviving our economy that's already in shambles. They should work on curbing this menace of insecurity ravaging the land so that we can start producing locally as expected because no economic policy will work in any place. Okay, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, my name is Ade from Abeokuta.
All right, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Please, I want to advise the professor to be careful when there's nothing bad. If you may have candidates to support, but what should be very bad is that when you are running other candidates down to promote your own candidate. Anytime you come to that program, you're always talking about that the head of the Tinubu, taking of hand, and looking free, looking weak. Nobody can say who will die tomorrow. Odumaki died in his 50s when Baba Adebanjo and Patrick was still making their mention. So we should be very careful when we are talking about all these things. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. Omotayo Oluwarotimi on Bamiro. Good morning to you. If the politicians are busy condemning one another and are busy pointing fingers at one another, you said, let me get that again, one another, instead of addressing issues, they would have no ideas or solutions on how to run the nation. That is just the plain truth. Aderinton Rashidat, good morning to you.
Okay.
0705 5949 and 0809 7949.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Idris Aruna from Oyo.
Okay, good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the fact is that all these politicians, the person they love is no one but themselves. And the problems lie with the electorate who are so gullible, to follow their life. But I hope one day the electorate of Nigeria will wake up and do the rightful thing and elect leaders based on merit, not just because they have money to spend around. They are just being. It's so evident that all these politicians we have right now, they are so selfish and they don't think of anyone else but themselves. Good morning.
Right. Thank you. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning. I'm Michael Alayiwala.
All right.
Calling from Ojo. Hello?
Go ahead. We can
Go
hear
ahead.
you.
We can hear you loud
All
and
right.
clear.
On the issue of a man just called him just now and said that Rob talked about both health. I don't think that should be directed to the prof. He only analyzed what the center should have him. That is number one. I think this should actually be directed at Austin. Austin is fond of doing that. And like he rightly said, the health of any man is in the hand of God, not in the hand of any man. It is Austin that always does that. And you can see from his analysis that he always promotes Obi. Very, very clear. And I can give example. And the example is when he said that
All right.
Banjo.
Make it very brief,
Hello.
please. So
Hello.
we have other people on the line. Kindly make it brief.
That Banjo and actually should not endorse anybody. He endorsed that he endorsed the candidate either. That's not his business.
All right, 0705 5949. Prof, there's this story from inside Oyo, and it says you are on your own, or your PDP leaders tell Makinde as they declare support for Atiku. Chances of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Elijah Atiku Abubakar, got a boost in Ibadan.
Yeah.
The
If you
State
look at the
capital.
pages of Guardian yesterday, I think they carried my analysis on the issue. I've said that it will be politically suicidal, where you decide not to support the candidate of your party, and you decide even to keep quiet, because some people are suggesting he's supporting a particular candidate, while some others are confused. So Makinde needs to make up his mind. Who is he going to support, and how is he going to carry it about? But he's sending the wrong message to his candidates, members of the House, members of the Senate, potentially, because what it means is you have a divided House going into the election. So some people are suggesting it might come back to bite Governor Makinde.
07055,949, 08097,949. Those are the numbers to be a part of the conversation. We have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah. John calling from India.
Your name?
John.
Okay, John, make it brief.
Yeah. Now, for Afghanistan not to divide us. Let's do it this way. Let the start vote Tinubu. Start is vote Obi, not vote Atiku. And let's how it will go. Thank you.
Oh, that was very brief. The North should vote Atiku. You're looking at a regional electioneering, right? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling
from?
All right, make it brief.
Your last comment concerning the governor of your state, I think as Prof has said, it's politically suicidal for Bakide to be playing the role he's playing. He needs to know that those that is following Wiki and Co, they have nothing on ground to fight for again. He's the one that is speaking for the second term. And moreover, he has issues even before now. So he should play safe. He should think about his own political ambition. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you for calling. Prof, you still there? I want to ask this question.
Still, yeah.
Let's look at this way. Governor Sheyi Makinde is a strong ally of Governor Nyesom Wike, and they're like birds of the same feather, same camp. They have the same ideology as per the elections. Governor Wike has nothing to lose. He's not going for his second term. Governor Otom is not going for his second term as governor. But Governor Sheyi Makinde has so many on his table. He needs to get re-elected for his second term. And then jeopardizing the chances of the party's national presidential candidate. Don't you think it's, like you said, it's suicidal, right?
Well, it's ubris, isn't it? It's ubris. What do I mean by that? You see, his interest with the Wike and Co. diverge, as you suggested. Those are retiring governors. He's going for a second term. But more importantly, the members of the House, the members of the, senators, and so on and so forth, who rely on the direction that the governor gives. So where does he place them? They're going to be confused. And so it could affect him potentially, from that point of view. So I think the governor is making a mistake if he's towing the line of Wike. Of course, it's very close to Wike, but their political interests diverge at this point of view. And I hope he will be intelligent enough and wise enough to observe and to notice that. He can't pull it off. Well, he may be able to pull it off because people are suggesting that you can support your party for governorship and then at presidential level you do it. But see what happened to the governors of AG. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
They supported Obasanjo at federal and they were wiped out.
Bokis Onodiro on Facebook says, looking at the past administration records, no government since 1999 has borrowed as much as the Buhari administration. Yet, I can't tie this huge debt to one developmental project. If this federal government is claiming to have borrowed a huge amount of billions, with Nigeria's debt totaling to 42.8 trillion naira under Buhari, equally, there seems to be no government revenue in place. Raji Afiz Abiola is saying, okay, good morning to you. About the current abduction in Katsina State, honestly, the federal government and the Nigerian security agencies should not concentrate on Abuja Metro policies alone due to the UN-UK warning, but must also beef up security of in all nooks and crannies. Is a long one from you. Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Okay, you have to call back 070550949 and 080970949.
Okay, Prof, I want to get your reactions on this particular one. The Oyo State Command of the Nigerian Immigration Service yesterday arrested a total of 18 migrants with possession of PVCs. According to this report, they're saying that they were scheming to participate in the 2023 elections. In 1 minute, just your reaction.
Well, that's not news. It's already happening in the north of the country. So it tells you that it's not just Nigerians that are going to be taking the decision, but other foreigners. Of course, that's illegal, but people are desperate, and desperate measures require desperate tricks.
All right. Thank you very much, Prof, for your time. We do appreciate you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We have to go now. That's what we call a wrap on the Break of Dawn paper review for today, the third day in the month of November 2022. My name is Kenny DUROTILU.
And I am Chike OGBOGU, wishing you all a very positive day ahead. Bye for now.
The joy of a great nation rests on the shoulders of a radio station.
Camera action. Your music.
32 FM 94.9.
You're listening to the Smart Kids Show with Auntie Yellow.
Let's count some planes. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little planes. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little planes. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little planes. 10 little planes. Great counting. Hey, let's count them backwards. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little planes. 7 little, 6 little, 5 little planes. 4 little, 3 little, 2 little planes. 1 little plane. 1 plane. 2 planes. 3 planes. 4 planes. 5 planes. 6 planes. 7 planes. 8 planes. 9 planes. 10 planes. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little planes. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little planes. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little planes. 10 little planes. Backwards. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little planes. 7 little, 6 little, 5 little planes. 4 little, 3 little, 2 little planes. 1 little plane. That was fun. See you next time.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Cause I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nails a tweak, told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose.
The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We travel all around
Okay. It's our month, all right? It's Children's Month. So there's going to be a big boom bam swap this morning. Welcome to the Smart Kids Show on 32 FM 94.9. This is the Smart Kids Show, and of course, you're listening to your Auntie Yellow. Shakers for you. I jingle the bell for you. You say, Auntie Yellow, why are you sounding different? I just want to change my voice this morning. Okay, so there's going to be a big swap this morning, and we are not doing mathematics today. Okay, it is our month, and of course, we are doing something different. Okay, and you say, okay, Auntie Yellow, so what is it we are doing today? You know, morals matters a lot. All right, we are in our formative years and ages, so we need to learn. All right, we need to learn a lot of things, unlearn some things, and relearn some things. So this morning we'll be learning some things and unlearning some things. All right, so that's the big swap we are having this morning. You are listening to 32 FM 94.9, and of course, today is the third day in the month of November 2022. Yes, and I'm so happy to have you listen. If today is your birthday, you can share with me. Tell me, Auntie Yellow, today's my birthday, so I can celebrate you, shake the shakers for you, jingle the bell for you like this, and of course, pray with you. So this morning, I'd like you to listen. Don't go against the rules. You know the rules. But this morning, I'd like you to listen first. Of course, after listening, then after listening, you tell me what you have learned from that story. You call in. Yes, I have 2 phone lines. You call in, and after calling, you tell me what you have learned from that story. Okay? Yes, and the numbers you have to call are 0705 5000 949 and 0809 7000 949. 0809 7000 949 and 0705 5000 949. I'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
I learned a word to say we ain't the nose.
The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
He traveled all around the world, and everywhere he went, he'd use his word, and all would say, there goes a clever gent.
When Dukes and Martha Rogers pass a time of day with me, I say me special
What I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
I see what's happening, yeah. You're face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. Well, it's nice to see that humans never change. Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's Maui, breathe it in. I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say except you're welcome? For the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demiguy. Hey, what has 2 thumbs and pulled up the sky? When you were waddling yay high, this guy. When the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? You're looking at him, yo. Oh, also I lasso the sun. You're welcome to stretch your days and bring you fun. Also I harness the breeze. You're welcome to fill your sails and shake your trees. So what can I say except you're welcome? For the islands I pulled from the sea. There's no need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. Ha, I guess it's just my way of being me. You're welcome.
Okay, you're welcome in case you just joined us. This is the Smart Kids Show on 32 FM 94.9. So I want you to listen keenly to what I'm about to play, and you tell me at the end of the day what you have learned from that, okay? It is our month. We are free to do whatever we like. We are free to change some things just for this month, okay? So let's do this.
Long ago, in a kingdom, was born a princess with a difference. Princess Belzoa was born with a love for farming. She was passionate about it and loved it. The queen thought it to be very cute, but the king didn't approve. Aw, she loves to grow things.
Look at how dirty and unkempt she is. Is that the way for a princess to look? Get her out of there right now. Ugh, I'll get her out of there myself.
Oh, don't make her cry so. She is very good to her playmates, just that she is happiest here. I'll make sure she is washed and looks like a proper princess for dinner. I promise. And so the princess grew up working in the vegetable gardens and fields. She would work hard day and night to get the finest crops in the kingdom. Years passed by. It was time for Princess Belzoa to become crowned Princess Belzoa. The king had great plans for her.
After your crowning, you shall gain the right to rule this kingdom, and someday, when you find your prince, both of you shall be married and rule together. A great beautiful future awaits you, my dear.
Ah, my lovely daughter, to be crowned princess. What's the matter, dear? Aren't you excited? Honey, what's wrong?
Well, the thing is, Mother and Daddy, I don't want to be crowned princess.
What nonsense!
Why?
I can't imagine myself sitting in a court and making judgments. I can't.
Then what can you do? Who else can you be other than a princess?
A farmer. I want to be a farmer, Father. There's nothing better that I like other than feeling the sun and the wind and the beautiful, raw, fertile earth below my feet. There is nothing that makes me happier than planting seeds, tending to them, and watching them grow. There is no greater delight for me than to see the crops I have grown being deliciously cooked and relished.
What nonsense! A farmer? A farmer? You're a princess.
Father, please, if you crown me, I'll make a horrible ruler. And that will not be good either for you or for our subjects. But I am good at farming. My crops turn out one of the best in our kingdom.
Is that why you want to take up farming? Because your crops turn out to be the best?
Yes? But I love farm.
All right, Belzoa. I will give you an entire field of your own.
Oh, Father, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The princess worked really hard in the field. She did farming with so much love and compassion. She divided her field into several areas of different kinds of crops and vegetables. She even had her own kitchen garden where she would grow things for her food. You're hungry, are you? Please don't eat the crop. Come here and have this. You have a greater right on these than us humans. Here you go. Aw, hungry? Here's fresh milk from my cow. What a beautiful web! You're an artist! The little farm animals were delighted with the princess because she took care of them too by keeping out fruits and milk for them. The love with which the princess tended to her crop made them taste so wonderful and delicious. The new seeding season was coming close, so the king was journeying to meet the fairy Thunderina.
Belzoa, I will not let you remain a farmer.
Wasn't that the king? What is he planning against our beloved princess?
Remember, I had saved your life once, and you had promised to obey me whenever I needed your help?
Of course, Your Highness.
Well, the time for that has come.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
My daughter should have been crowned princess, but she chooses to become a farmer instead. And she only does this because she is successful at it. If she fails once, I am sure sense will prevail. She will give up being a farmer and become the princess she was meant to be.
I see. So, what exactly do you want me to do?
Send a drought so that my daughter's seeds are destroyed.
I can't make the drought come just on one field. It will come in the entire kingdom.
So be it. Our granaries are full. My kingdom can survive a drought.
The parrot flew to Belzoa and told her everything. So the princess chose a patch of ground right next to the riverbed to sow her seeds. Hence, while the drought affected all other fields in the kingdom, the princess's crops grew healthy and strong. The king was very disappointed. He went back to the ferry. This time, too, the parrot followed him.
My daughter's fields are so healthy and lush. I won't have it. For this sowing season, send a flood over the rivers so that her crop will be destroyed.
The flood will affect all other fields too.
Doesn't matter. We shall survive, but I shan't have a princess become a farmer.
Okay, so hold on. We are going on a break now. When we return, we'll continue with the story. I hope you're following because I'm going to ask you some questions. All right.
You're listening to the Smart Kids Show with Auntie Yellow.
What do we mean when we say ground on level? Now say as you dey hustle, you dey flex join. You dey enjoy yourself with what you get for hand. Now why you fit cool your body with the Wazo bottles, 7-Up, Mirinda and Pepsi 35cl for just 50 naira. No matter your choice, so fasten a 35cl glass bottle on our Wazo because when we say ground on level, we mean because on our Wazo.
Enjoy chilled refreshment with the Wazo bottles, 7-Up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground on level with the Wazo bottles. All now Wazo.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Dabbo na the first and ogbonge herbal toothpaste. E get ingredients like lemon, mint, ginger, and basil wey dey make our teeth kakaraka.
Madam Rose, na true you talk o. Dabbo na the cocoa herbal punch wey get plenty natural herbs. Dabbo, the cocoa choice for my family.
On my way, I get one question for you. Sure you know say better sleep they improve how you dey live. If you rest for better form like Muka, you go enjoy your life, you go battle yourself, for play or for work, Muka, now we can they walk, quality guaranteed, Muka, satisfaction and shadow, medical endorsement, we get them, we don't pay our dues, affordable product, we confirm that, Muka for me, Muka for na correct. Muka foam na baba, Muka foam na forest. Muka no get yawa. If you dey talk of comfort, if you dey talk of rest, if you want value for your money, na Muka foam yo.
Muka, adding comfort to life since 1959.
Discount, Black Friday, no go talk because of Sakpa.
Beat Sakpa with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th till the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some change in your pocket. You also don't have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply.
Sakpa one day was swallow, but I get it, Jumia. Good quality,
Jumia, your everyday delivered. Everybody won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal, to history. Unofi do now. Watch a FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now.
Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. It joke. Almost sign up now at showmax.com.
The Smart Kids Show with Auntie Yellow, building a total child.
My daughter's fields are so healthy and lush.